Hello, my name is Elismar Rodriguez, and I would like to welcome everyone to this presentation on the Self-Attestation Workforce System Policy. These discussion points cover key topics addressed throughout the presentation we will be reviewing today. The issuance of this guidance letter prompted the Commonwealth to reevaluate its work system policy guidance, training, and the CWDS system. Internal meetings were held with subject matter experts from BWDA, BWPO, and CWIA. Now, TEGL 10-23, Change 1, issued on March 27, 2025, officially rescinds TEGL 10-23, reducing administrative barriers to improve customer experience and grant programs administered by the Employment and Training Administration, ETA. ETA has indicated that additional technical assistance will be provided. Once received, the Commonwealth will share any relevant updates with stakeholders. In the meantime, we will proceed with outlining the current revised policy. The Policy Planning and Coordination Unit led the development and review team, with a focus on enhancing policy. The initial draft of the policy package was shared with local boards for their review and feedback. Now we will delve further into this topic in the following slides. The Policy on Policies, or POP, outlines certain circumstances that may dictate immediate action on the part of labor and industry and its workforce system partners. This includes maintaining compliance with regulatory or legal mandates. In these specific circumstances, a policy package does not have to go through the full POP process and can be fast-tracked to publication. As part of the Workforce Deputy's collective efforts to ensure compliance with the Training and Employment Guide Letter, or TEGL, number 10-23, the self-attestation policy was fast-tracked, which this includes not posting for the 30-day public comment period. This policy treated self-certification as a last resort, requiring workforce staff to exhaust all other documentation options before allowing self-certification. It required excessive documentation collection up front, delaying services for individuals who couldn't immediately provide the necessary paperwork, and it did not address SSN disclosure requirements, potentially allowing for denial of services if an applicant chose not to provide an SSN. This policy relied heavily on paper-based documentation and telephone verification, making it harder for applicants who may not have immediate access to these resources, focusing on strict compliance rather than customer service experience. As we previously discussed, PPCS initiated a collaborative process, engaging both other Commonwealth partners and local boards for their input. Internal feedback emphasized the need to clarify definitions and ensure the consistent use of accurate terminology. Local boards highlighted the importance of removing restrictive language like last resort and broadening definitions and methods for allowable self-attestation. During DART discussions, we focused on several critical decisions that shaped the self-attestation policy. For example, we replaced self-certification and telephone document inspection verification with self-attestation. Another major improvement was the expansion of self-attestation methods to provide more accessible ways for individuals to verify their status. This now includes verification through email, text, and unique online survey responses. Stakeholder feedback played a crucial role in refining this policy. Based on their input, we decided to rename the policy to better reflect its purpose and scope. Additionally, we revised key definitions to improve clarity and consistency, ensuring that all stakeholders, both internal and external, interpret the policy the same way. These changes make the policy more user-friendly and effective, addressing concerns and enhancing its overall implementation. The revised self-attestation policy explicitly states that grantees cannot deny services if a participant refuses to provide an SSN, ensuring compliance with federal regulations. It also clarifies that eligibility documentation should only be collected when required for eligibility determination, rather than collecting excessive paperwork at intake. The updated policy adopts a more flexible approach by allowing self-attestation when documentation is not readily available. It also includes a clear process for documenting self-attestation via case notes in CWDS, ensuring proper accountability. The revised self-attestation policy has a broad interpretation of electronic signatures by recognizing self-attestation through email, text messages, and unique online survey responses, making the process more accessible, and this modernization ensures that more participants can quickly verify eligibility without unnecessary delays. While self-attestation allows flexibility, verification and documentation ensure that records are maintained accurately for compliance and audit purposes. It's important to distinguish between self-attestation, self-certification, verification, and documentation. Self-attestation refers to a written or electronic declaration made by a participant, which is traceable back to them. This means that the individual takes responsibility for the accuracy of the information they provide, and it serves as a record for program eligibility. Self-certification is a specific form of self-attestation in which the individual formally verifies the accuracy of their eligibility information. This process can be used in certain scenarios where obtaining third-party verification is impractical, but safeguards must be in place to ensure program integrity. Verification involves confirming eligibility through external sources such as documents, websites, or government agencies. This step ensures that the reported information is accurate. Documentation, on the other hand, refers to the maintaining physical or digital records, such as uploaded documents or files, to substantiate eligibility claims. The new policy removes restrictive language, establishing self-attestation as a standard practice, and ensuring services remain accessible without excessive documentation. By integrating stakeholder feedback, the updated policy improves clarity, reduces unnecessary barriers, and maintains compliance and accountability. It promotes equitable access to services and streamlines documentation and verification processes for a more efficient and inclusive workforce system. For any questions, feel free to reach out to our unit's resource account. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great day.